Sup witches, said I'd come back for one final solstice reading for the feminine, since we're moving stuff around here. Let me show you what I got in here. It's a Rose of Jericho. It's one that I picked up with my best friend from when I was 17 when we went to Savannah. We did the whole tourist thing down there. I lived there for 20 years. I never did the tourist thing, but we went and did that together right before I ended up having to come here. It's weird how cycles have their completion. Now, this is my goddess deck. I got this deck when I was 19 from a Barnes & Noble with my aunt and my mother. She reads a little different, so we're going to do a basic Celtic cross with it. And we're going to do it the way that I was taught how to do tarot. Now, once upon a time, I used to only read for friends, and in order to keep a disconnection from reading too much into their situation with my own intuition, I would just read the definitions of the cards from the books. But most of you have watched enough of these readings that I should not have to do that anymore. And why my definitions might be slightly different than some of the ones that you traditionally see comes from learning mostly on this deck. Though I got a traditional deck when I was 13, the original Rider-Waite deck. I didn't get this deck till I was 18 when I started taking tarot actually serious. I'm 38 now, so it's officially been 20 years that I've been reading tarot with this deck. Oh. Bad lady. And I feel like today I have picked up on a youthful masculine energy, an older masculine energy, a young maiden. This is for the divine feminine. I messed it up and I split it that way. It's not how I usually read with it. No, I was taught to feel for an energy in the palm of your hand. Oh, we got the fertility goddess here, right? 3. I believe that's the high priestess. I don't know. I think I should by now, but I don't. It wasn't a thing back in the day. Alright. Yeah, we got a lot of strong energy here, right? We got Star here with the Nana, right? Definitely a lot of guidance, a lot of overseeing from the great goddess, right? A lot of synchronicities, intuition, things like that at play, right? We got a Princess Staves here, a very young masculine energy. Could be who you're guiding, right? This is young energy. You might not realize this, right? So this is the main energy. You're guiding energy right now for somebody, right? Somebody who's a young Princess Staves, right? This is a young person, right? They see you as being very, very powerful, right? and very, very cunning and very, very smart, right? There's something here with part of the problem is this King of Cups reversed, right? There's a King of Cups on the crux of the cross here with the decision that needs to be made, right? And this person probably is masculine, has a very closed off heart right now, right? Somebody else who's deeply influencing this person, right? This is the person on the past side of this. This is who's taught this person the most, right? Is this reverse King of Cups. And now he's being divinely guided. Why? Because this energy has come in. A divine feminine energy has entered into the circle, right? Someone who seems wiser than most of the rest, right? Someone who seems very intellectual, someone who seems smart, right? There's definitely a decision that needs to be made here. I get with this power is some fear too. I love how it's Freya with her blue cats pulling her chariot. You know, Freya was a multiple goddess, right? There's something about past energy here that causes a lot of conflict, right? This is all about what's on the Quartz mind, right? That's right. And it's like what's on their mind is the past, right? And the conflict it causes, right? They want to become a team. They want to be a team. They want to be a team, but they feel like they're reaping what they sow. There's some sort of reap what you sow type of energy. You know, there could have been a decision made to lean more towards the past, and now it's caused nothing but conflict, and they wanted to be a team, but now they feel like they're paying some kind of penance for this. This is not where I thought this was going to go. There's this Ten of Cups energy, right? At the very beginning here, like the Ten of Staves is reversed. It's, right, it's like the Ten of Cups came in, right? And this whole world thing opened up. But there's so much tension, right? This card is all about the tension of the Ten of Staves, right? There was so much tension, right? That there was so much said, right? Very blustery goddess here, right? Goddess of strength, oh yeah. She's an African goddess of winds, right? There is something about sacrifice, something that was too painful to even think about sacrificing, right? Something that was just like there's breaking out of your comfort zone, and then there's breaking out of your comfort zone type of energy with that, right? This little, yeah, right, so this Prince of Staves followed in the footsteps of whoever this is, and they acted like a Prince of Cups. They might have even said something unkind, right, to this King of Wands. Get the Venus reversed here. In this deck, it's all about self-love. So I'm definitely getting like something transpired between this, right? There was something done with a malice heart intent, right? It broke up the union here. Whatever union was beginning there. Get someone went ahead and leaned into working on their skills, went back into their traditional way of living, right? But it's still there's some stagnation here. There was stagnation, right? Something just stopped all the momentum of everything that was going on. Right? This is Rayon. This is the goddess of horses, right? And of movement, right? And you got Juno here. She's the goddess of kings. Yeah, The goddess giveth and the goddess taketh away, right? But she's always going to lean towards where she finds balance. There's an ebb and flow, right? People take that shit for granted. They think that the goddess energy is just this non-stop energy. No, it flows, it changes with the tides, it moves with the moon. It's attached to all of this, right? That's how they can embody that energy, is because we are attached to it, right? We live with the cycles of the earth, with the cycles of the moon, with the cycles of the tide. The goddess of Yamuna, balance, right? This goddess is all about the treasures that come in with the tide and that are left when the tide goes out, right? For you to collect on the shores, right? And as easily as she can give them, she can take them away. Think about a sandcastle being washed away by the incoming tide. Think about super moons that can flood channels so much that they flood your local areas if you're in a flood zone, right? The goddess can give and the goddess can take away with the seas there and the goddess's tides. There's a balance, right, that they do try to maintain and they try to follow. That's how they maintain that Ace of Cups energy no matter where they are. I definitely get that this person sees this energy, right? They're still watching. I wouldn't be picking up on it. I mean, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. It's that energy of being mindful what you say, right? Little ears are watching. Can't hide nothing from nobody anymore. I also really did pick up that message before I even started, right? And it was this whole energy of kids see you, right? Kids see you at your worst. They see you at your best. You can't hide nothing from them. I mean, there's a period of time where you can't even pee and they're sticking their hands underneath the door. They see all of that, and whether they remember or not is different, but they definitely, I don't know, they were there too. They see it. Alright. What is this divine feminine supposed to do with this energy? Alright. What is the catalyst causing all these readings today and all these different shifts of energy and everything else? What divine goddess, you had a Two of Cups soul connection, the potential for something really great, right? You guys see it a million miles away. You're a divine feminine energy. You can see the timeline with somebody when you meet them, right? We know within moments of meeting a person and feeling their energy of what they're possibly capable of, right? If you're a seer, you can see it. If you're an empath, you can feel it, right? Imagine if you can, when someone looks at you and you can think what they're thinking in their head for just a second. It's not that you can hear the words or whatever, but it's like when you would pop up in jeans and all you can hear is what? I want to stick my hand in their pocket. Shit like that coming from somebody. You're like, that's really cute, right? And it's hard not to pick up on that energy. I love how they explain the empaths in that Wink series. I'm trying to watch that with my daughter right now, right? You've made movement away from this, though. There's been some movement that you made away from this, right? Things weren't coming together into a celebration. They weren't coming together easily, right? There was some sort of discord that was caused by trying to come together. There was some energy between feminines, right? Three of Cups upright in this deck is all about the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone coming together. This is about a disconnect in that energy was happening, right? Someone was self-imprisoning themselves, right? Or felt self-imprisoned in this situation, right? The Queen had to make a judgment here, right? What? Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. What? They weren't going to deal with lies. They weren't going to deal with shadiness, right? There was something up in this energy that was causing this discord, right? And they weren't going to stay trapped in another situation where they were imprisoning themselves, right? So they made a Queen of Swords decision on this to get out of conflict, right? We have a toxic masculine here who thought he can control everything. We have got Guinevere, the goddess of judgment here for kings, right? She is the one of which European royalty would worship to honor them, right? She has made a judgment here on this reversed king, right? On this reversed King of Pentacles. And it's like what? It's like what? Dude, seeds. There's no seeds to be planted here. Behold, right? This dude is like, what? Behold. It was like, what? We beheld your field of fucks, and it is barren, motherfucker. We don't even want to be there, right? Who's on the bottom here? Seven of Pentacles. For you got a lot of reaping what you sow, right? It's like, what? There's planting seeds. If they were to plant seeds in this timeline, you would reap what you sow being stuck to that timeline. Goddess, I can't love you enough. Look at this, right? You did the right thing, right? You made the smart move. Athena, goddess of judgment, you made the smart move, right? You made the sacrifices that needed to be made for your timeline, right? King of Staves, right? You attract a lot of attention by doing this, right? Why? Because you are in your self-love energy. You're like, screw it. You don't see my value. I see my value. You don't want to do anything to change these situations or whatever that you're stuck in to create the timeline that is plausible for us. Then I don't even want to be in it, right? What? They understand what illusion is and what illusion isn't, right? You're like, what? It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Too much, Mr. Reverse Pentacles there. Too much. You're so in control. You're so cool, right? That's that reverse cups from that other reason. That other fucking reading. The other one before this, right? That's the King of Cups. Reversed. What? He's just, what? I'm so in control because look how romantic I can just lure them in enough. He's a breadcrumber. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Queen of Staves. The Queen of Staves, right? What shit? What? The Zora. I love the Zora with the sun here because the Zora are actually goddesses that aid Apollo, the god of knowledge, right? And this Queen of Wands is like, what? You ain't no fucking god of knowledge. I know that much, right? And you got Gaia, the world opened up, right? The world opened up and movement happened from your decision. Princess of Pentacles, you're manifesting in a lot of potential manifesting energy, right? Whatever it is you're working on manifesting, you're working on manifesting it too. There's a lot of victory here. There's reverse staves here, and I get the kind of energy that this whole situation might have left a better taste in your mouth. Like, you might not be interested in men at all right now. Men may even skeeve you out at this point. That reverse King of Cups will leave you skeeved out. They're watching you. Oh, both of them are still watching you. Be mindful what you say, what you post, what you do, right? Because you're being watched by both the Prince of Swords and the King of Swords right now. Well, Princess of Pentacles are both staring at you. Right? Queen of Wands, they're both pointing right at you. This energy is watching this energy. This is the goddess of good fortune. You're supposed to make a lantern to her around sometime in November, right? You're supposed to decorate a lantern and hang it in your window. It's not a bad idea to do that for the solstice. That actually sounds like fun. Creating a little lantern and then just, gemming it up, painting it up, whatever you do. Lighting a candle, right? For good fortune. This is her and her husband riding on this bird. I forget what he's the god of. But she's the goddess of prosperity and good fortune coming together. On the 5D, you're where you're meant to be here. This is all there is to it. On the 5D, but it's all the watching energy keeps you guys combined, right? Like, and there's the queen on the top still of that Celtic cross. It's like you and guys like me. God, cowboys and angels, really? It was all this time. Alright. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. Keep on the path that you are on. It leads to good fortune, right? Other people have other lessons to learn. You need to keep focusing on you is what the divine feminine needs to do. Alright? Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all, and I will be back as soon as I can, I promise.